Welcome to the Public Experience, guys. We have another wonderful edition for you guys. Episode 159. We have the one and only Dr. Nicky Miller with us tonight. Entrepreneur, speaker, author, reality star, and just a woman of many hats. And we have her on the show to talk about her incredible journey. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming with us. Thank you for sitting down with us. So I like to start from the beginning, the very beginning. Tell us, rep your hood. What part of Cleveland are you from?
I went to Warrensville and Shaker, but a little bit all over because I stayed, in the projects, and so just growing up, had family a little bit of everywhere. I'm a little bit from all over in Cleveland, but yes, mainly Warrensville, and then graduated from Shaker. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. That's what I'm talking about.
So okay, let's talk about it. Were you that kid in school that was hustling the candies and hustling, just where the entrepreneurship spirit, where did it begin for you?
Actually, I was just like the kid that was free spirit, outgoing. I used to dance. I was a dancer, part of a dance group. Always was into fashion, that type of thing. But
by the way, very nice, by the way.
Thank you. But the entrepreneur spirit came later on, after I became a parent. So I had my son at 21. I was actually a pre-med student at Wilberforce University. So later, after I had my son, then I got interested in business. So I took like real estate classes at Tri-C, bought my first home, and then started buying properties. And so then, of course, my mind really expanded on the basis of entrepreneurship. And so I just started embarking onto different things. As a free spirit Sagittarius, I get bored quick. So I'm always tapping into new and different things that really expand my palette. And so that's where the spirit came from.
I got you. Okay, so I'm real estate, and so I want to talk about the real estate thing. Because I love how you said that was basically like the foundation to get you to entrepreneurship. Tell us a little bit about that, Jimmy, because I just want people to understand the power of it. So, what I'm saying? How did you get started? Did you buy a single family, or did you have a duplex? How did you start it off?
I would buy single family homes.
Okay.
So again, I became a homeowner first.
Yeah.
Actually made contact with a Black Hebrew.
Okay.
And he was into real estate. And so he taught me just many things about real estate, how to do the loans, how to be able to count the dollars and make sure nobody was cheating me while I would get my loan. And then from there, also met a lady named Linda. She's no longer with us, but she was like my loan officer. So she kind of showed me the game a little bit, and I just started buying multiple homes at the same time. And like I said, they were single family, and then I started renting them out to Section 8 tenants. And then after that, I got kind of tired of the whole Section 8 tenant thing. And so one of my properties that I had, I ended up gifting it to my grandfather. He wanted to live in a home before he passed away. And so I had the opportunity to do that.
Come on now.
And blessed him with his home, and that's the home that he stayed in until he passed.
The power of real estate.
Yep.
Because I believe we as a people don't understand the power of real estate and what it can do, how it can help you propel you into whatever it is you want to do in life, but let it be the basis of that or whatnot.
Absolutely.
So shout out to you. That's what I'm talking about. So okay, let's talk about how you pivoted, because you said you did real estate and then you start getting other ventures. What usually gets you sparked to start a new business? What is typically the thing that gets you started?
You know what? My creativity and seeing what's going on out here in society. There are so many things that we can embark on. Yeah. And so if I see something that kind of sparks my interest or my creativity just goes to another level, I research it. Yeah. And then, kind of tap into it. And then sometimes I look at, opportunities as not a long-term type of investment. Yeah. Some things are just made for you to get in and get out.
Come on now. Talking about, I wish I had my thing, because that's a whole bar right there. Get in and get out.
Get in and get out. There we go. You just look at the market, see what's going on. And then I always try to step out of the comfort zone.
Come on now.
So I'm not all about the status quo. Or jumping on board with everything somebody is doing. I like to tap into things that people are not doing. Yeah. Specifically, sometimes our people. Yeah. And the reason for that is because, we live in a very diverse world. Yeah. So we have to be able to expand our minds to different things that goes outside of the Black community at times. And so I look into that, look into the research, and see what market to tap into.
No, you dropped some whole gems right there. You said One, get in, get out. I think too many of us see something and we expect it to be a 10-year venture when it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be maybe a year tops, but just know that you have a plan about how to execute that in that 1 year. So no, listen, that I think too many of us have a long-term plan with a short-term expiration date on it. You know?
Absolutely.
I remember Bitcoin was real hot. Now I don't hear nobody. Yes. So no, that's a great one. And then on top of that, just being in something that's going to help your creativity. Cause I think a lot of us, like, there's businesses that you can get into that are going to just be, that are fundamental that we all need, right? Absolutely. But I feel like you need something going to help you stay creative. Yeah. Help expand your mind and whatnot. So no, that's awesome right there. So okay, so let's talk about. So okay, we got that. But let's talk about, because I looked into you. Okay. I seen the trucking. Yes, and we seen you got degrees. Let's talk about how multifaceted you are or whatnot. Okay. Let's get into, so what made you get into the trucking?
Actually, I got into the trucking because I ended up getting my son's father into trucking. I knew trucking was one of the industries that you can get into if you have a felony. And so as I was helping people get into that had a felony, I began to brainstorm on, what it takes to get into trucking, what's the gap out here, and so that's when I found out that there was no CDO program in a high school. So you have automotive, you have health careers, you have construction, all the above, but they didn't have a CDO program. And at that moment, the laws had changed, where you could be 18 years old to get your CDLs, but you had to be 21 to go out the state of Ohio. Then when Biden came in, just before he came in, the legislation changed and said now, because the demand was so high, you can be 18 to go outside of Ohio. So I said, you know what? I got it. I'm going to create a curriculum where high school students, anybody, again, who wants to embark into the industry or has a felony can actually obtain their Class A CDO permit with all 6 endorsements. And that's the difference, because a lot of people go and they get the thick book from the License Bureau and they study it. And some people are not good with that studying aspect, memorization, all the above, or don't know what to study. So they fail the test constantly, over and over and over. And so I created a curriculum that pinpoints exactly on what they need to study to be able to pass the test on the first attempt. That's good. Again, if you go to any other trucking school out here, you only get 1 and 2 endorsements. So what I do is I'm that step before you even get your license. So when you get your permit and you get all 6 endorsements, they have to honor that. Come on now. So then those 6 endorsements makes you more marketable. You hold the power to how much money you want to make, and you're not limited because you have all 6 of them.
Come on now.
So yeah.
Come on. I was I got my buzzer tonight, y'all. But that's a whole gem right there. And let me ask you this, because what do you see the future of truck? Because I know, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, this was during the pandemic, everyone was talking about it's going to be automated. It's going to be, it is. It's going, right. But they were talking about it's going to be next year. We're a little ways off from there or whatnot. I know everybody was in fear of that dominating the industry or whatnot, but it's still a growing industry, if I'm not mistaken. It is.
Again, technology is not going anywhere. It's steady growing. So when it comes to the trucking industry, there is some technology that's in there. And again, it's steady growing. Where I see me at is to continue to be the brains behind, this whole trucking industry. There's so many ways you can tap into and so many things you can do with it, from dispatching to logistics to freight, all the above. So again, I will continue to, spark my creativity, see what's for me in that realm. But it's an $800 billion industry. So it's a lot of money to be made in this particular lane.
And I know, because maybe you can't drive. Let's say this. Say you know how to drive. I know there's other lanes you can go in there.
There's other lanes you can go into trucking. Because I personally don't want to drive.
Right.
I don't, And I enjoy being the brains behind, different, businesses and things of that nature. So
absolutely. Yeah. Because I'm about to say logistics is not going anywhere.
No.
If anyone doesn't know anything about Amazon, they think about it as a fulfillment center. It's also a logistic company on top of that.
Absolutely.
So no, that's not going.
But yes, one of my goals is to just make sure that I create more and more, leaders in the trucking industry.
Okay, listen. Okay, because
thought leaders at that.
Thought leaders at that. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Tight episode. So one question I'm going to ask you later on. How do you not keep up, but how do you? You're multifaceted. Like, how do you stay with everything you got on? But I want to get into everything that you got your hands into also. So I want to talk about being an author. How did you get into becoming an author?
I'm big on journaling, and so I came out with the I Am brand. Mm-hmm. So, which is I Am Your Messages, which is my nonprofit. Mm-hmm. And that started as a challenge where I had individuals write something positive, starting with I am on a sticky note, put on the mirror, take a picture of it, and then post it to social media. At the time that I started it, which was like 5 years ago, it was in Domestic Violence Month. And so it kind of took a life of its own because people were reaching out, men and women, saying this was inspiring to them. Yeah. Women who were going through domestic violence situations that were reaching out. Even schools were reaching out to me to come and speak because they had kids who were dealing with low self-esteem. So again, that's how that started. And because I love journaling, I said I want to create an empowerment journal. So that's how I created the Power of I Am journal.
That's good.
So it has like positive affirmations, scriptures. It also teaches you about mindfulness, which I'm big on as well because mindfulness helps you to stay in the present moment. That's good. So yeah, that's how I became an author. Just researched and started doing it myself, and so that's why I am a self-help author because I did the work myself from the publishing, all the above.
All right, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that, because how did you go into self-publishing? Because like everyone knows about the different venues you can use to self-publish. So let me, because you're amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Because like no obstacles. Like you said, there's no limits to what you're capable of doing.
No, there's not.
So that's what I'm talking about. So let's talk about how you get into self-publishing, because a lot of people don't know about self-publishing.
Well, what I discovered was the moment that you put it on print, you become self-published. See, people dive into the difficult components of it. No, you don't have to physically have a publisher. It's up to you. Yeah. But some people don't like to do the work. And so when I compare dollars and all the above, I said, I can do this myself. So if you want something, you're going to put the work into it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know, people pay for convenience. That's fine. But at that moment, I had just left corporate America. And I had been in corporate America. I was with City of Cleveland for 17 years. I worked in HR, engineering, and all the above. Left them and went to Ernst & Young to manage, coach, and lead 30 years executives all over the world. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm not feeling corporate anymore. You know, and at that moment, when I stepped away, they was like, you're the first person to even negotiate like a severance package, like in a short period of time. You know what I mean? And so left. I was nervous because I didn't know what I was doing. And I was just like, God, what are you doing? Like, I just left this job that I actually prayed for, you know, because I was ready to just leave where I was at. The date that I prayed on, it came through. The increase in amount of money that I wanted, it came through higher. So it's like I prayed for this and then I leave. You know what I mean? And so I was just like, of course, super nervous.
So you step out on faith.
I sure did. And then that's when I said, you know what? I'm going to just take this time to write my journal. And I did. I ended up publishing 2. Have enough content for more. But that's how the Power of I Am journals came about.
And by the way, this is a segue because we have a new series. It's called Healing Season. And I just want to talk about the power of journaling and whatnot, because we talk about people in their healing journeys. How has journaling helped you in your healing journey and whatnot?
It definitely has helped me to just maintain mental stability.
Come on now.
Because that's so important. Yeah. Again, when I say mindfulness, the part of mindfulness is meditation, prayer. So it's helped me to really just stay grounded, connected with God, allow me to express my feelings, you know what I mean? And then go back and see my growth. So that's why I really enjoy journaling, because I can write down my ideas, my goals, my dreams, again, my feelings, and then go back and see how far I've come.
That's a journal.
So, I love journaling. I have like books like Einstein, like where I've journaled for years for ideas and so forth, because not a lot, a lot of times the ideas that you have might not necessarily be for you. It could be for you to bless someone else with it. So we can't. So we can't be selfish and hold on to those ideas because all the ideas we have, we are not going to actually put that to the forefront. You know, our minds are always going. So sometimes it's just meant for us to bless somebody else with those ideas.
That's a whole gem right there. I hope y'all taking notes because that was a whole gem right there. What ideas
you can still see your ideas come to life through someone else.
Someone else. Ooh, that's good. That's good right there. You some gems tonight. Okay. Okay, so we talked about that. And then you not only that, but you are a speaker on top of that. Like you doing your thing.
Thank you. I just tap into those things that interest me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me ask you this. Has there ever been a moment where you were not saying afraid, but you were just like hesitant to jump out there? Has there ever been a moment like that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And how do you handle
that? Quite a bit. Whew. Definitely prayer. You know what I mean? Prayer. And then I have to remind myself that I have a purpose.
Come on now.
And I'm here for a reason. And so I don't want to do a disservice to God by not, jumping out there and doing the things that He has blessed me with, idea-wise. And then at the same time, I can't be so afraid that I don't achieve those goals, which is part of self-gratification. Mm-hmm. But I do have a great support system.
Yeah.
My circle is strong. My son, who is like my rock, he is someone that I can like have a conversation with him about anything. Yeah. And he reminds me of what I say I wanted to do, from my conversations. He always let me know that he believes in me and supports me no matter what. If I fail, he's like, I'm there. I'm going to pick you up and vice versa.
That's good.
And then the circle that I have, around me, I have females and males that they're doing it. And when I see them jump out on faith as well, even with those moments when they say they're afraid, I'm like, I can do it. But then at the same time, that support system, that circle tells me the same thing.
Come on now.
So it helps when you have a strong network of people who supports you, but also challenges you.
Challenges you.
Absolutely. Yes.
Come on now. Come on. I hope y'all taking notes. Because
I was just like, so.
It's essential.
It's very essential. It
Absolutely. Is. Shout out to the team, by the way. Shout out to our team, because being in the vicinity of greatness just makes you want to be great.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So no. Shout out to your team. Shout out to all teams.
All teams.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
And then I almost forgot, you are a reality star now. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that also. Let's talk about just I love reality shows, by the way.
I do too. And it's a lot of people who do. They don't like to admit that they do. Mm-hmm. But I'm super excited about this. A very close friend of mine, she's the visionary behind it, Dr. Luciana. And so she brought myself along with another soror of ours, Dr. Lisa Bell. Mm-hmm. And so she told us about this dream she had, and she called us and asked us, will we be on board? And we said, oh, absolutely. Why not, right?
Without question.
Without question. And then we ended up bringing some other ladies to the table. Mm-hmm. So this show is, based on women here in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And we are women who are top executives in our lane, in what we do, in the industry that we're in. It's called Welcome to the C-Suite of Cleveland. Mm-hmm. We are five of us are doctors that are not MDs, except for one. And the other two are top executives in their field.
Come on now.
And so we're showing the world that we are Black women that are doctors who are not medical doctors, which you don't hear a lot about. Yeah. You hold PhDs and doctorate degrees and all the above. But we're showing you how we got to where we're at. We
need that, though.
We didn't marry into money or any of that.
Come on now.
We grind. We worked hard. Some of us were single moms at a time and still achieved our goals in the midst of being single parents. So we're showing Black little girls all over the world.
We need more of that.
Right. Who they can become. As long as you stay focused, as long as you have that support system as well. And we know many people don't have that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we really want to show the world something different. Will there be drama? Some good drama. It won't be the fist fighting or the throwing the drinks in the face and the above, because we want to come from a different standpoint. But we also going to highlight Cleveland, showing what Cleveland has. So you see the reality shows all over, from Atlanta to New York to LA, all the above.
We don't have one here in the city.
We don't have one here in the city. And we are a place of people who are doing some dope things.
Absolutely.
So we do want to highlight Cleveland from down the way to up the way, to the amazing events that take place and the amazing people that we connect with. So it's a lot that we're going to share. Again, we're going to share our journey, our story, again, who we are. And yes, we are going to bump some heads because not all of us really know each other.
So that contrast.
So we have 7 different personalities of individuals, some who do, some who don't. I will say that 2 of the ladies that are on the show, again, the visionary and Dr. Kiea, all 3 of us went to Wilberforce together. So our relationship kind of started from there. And we just, continue to have the friendship that we have. But it's going to be, I'm excited. It's going to be super dope. We have been recording since the end of June.
Oh wow! So when can we expect this to drop or whatnot? So we all can be watching from our.
So it's definitely gonna drop 2024. We're in negotiation right now, but we will be attending Jeff Brown's event.
Okay. We're gonna shout out to Jeff, by the way.
Yes, we're gonna be premiering something there, and then look forward to us having something in 2024. Our own kind of launch party.
Listen, we'll be there. We'll be there.
Come on out. Yes. It's gonna be dope.
That's what I'm talking about. No. And I love it because if y'all know anything about the Pull Up, we represent our city. I love it when we shine a light on our city. Our city is dope.
Yes.
We got dope people doing dope things, and I love it.
Yes.
So shout out to y'all and shout out what y'all doing. We want to support.
I do want to say too is a great thing is our producer and videographer is from Cleveland. So everybody is from Cleveland. So shout out to Akeem, great producer. He's been on over 40 reality shows. And then our videographer, Johnny. So they're super dope. So I love the fact that the whole team is from Cleveland.
From Cleveland, yep.
Yes.
There we go, from top to bottom. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we love our town, but we love our own.
That's right.
Shout out to that.
Yes.
So let me ask you this, because hearing everything you accomplished, I gotta get my grind together and whatnot. Like I've done enough. But how do you accomplish these things and still are able to be mothers, still able to have time to yourself, still able to do the things that still make you you? Like how do you handle all these things you have your hands in? Being
intentional.
Come on now.
Because I have to be intentional about the time that I want to spend with people.
Yeah.
We all need a break. We all need to enjoy. And so after you grind hard, you can play hard too. But yes, it's about keeping a schedule.
Yeah.
And also keeping a balance.
Come on.
And so that balance helps me to be able to navigate in various ways. I do have people to remind me like, hey, you working a little bit too hard. And so anybody who knows me, again, that free spirit in me is going to allow me to do that. I love a great libation, amazing food, a good time, a good vibe. You know what I mean? And so after a while, I have to get that to release and then regroup and come back.
Absolutely. Because I'm about to say, if anything I've learned, will be entrepreneur myself, is once again, it's not always grind. You got to take time with yourself, and now you'll burn yourself out.
Absolutely. But entrepreneurship is a totally different mindset.
Absolutely.
Than just getting paid from the 9 to 5. It's a whole different mindset. So you begin to change your mindset, and that also helps to create that balance and that navigation.
Absolutely. So let me, and I apologize. I want to talk about the nonprofit you have, because you and your son have scholarship program. You guys have a couple things you guys are doing for the city, great things for the city. I want to talk about that also. I want to overshadow that also.
No, you're fine.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about everything you guys are doing to help to bring back to the community.
So he went to Bedford. He graduated from Bedford High School, went to Kent State. And so when he was at Bedford, he has always been interested in the medical field since the 5th grade. And so he ended up getting a scholarship for young males that wanted to go into the medical field. So he continued to pursue that journey, graduated from Kent with a bachelor's in public health. And then I wanted to give him something that will continue to hold value. A lot of times we give them gifts such as like a car and all the above. And he did all that himself. So it was no need for me to gift him any of that.
Right.
But I wanted to make sure that he had a legacy that continued. And so I decided to create the Clarence L. Williams Jr. Scholarship Fund for young Black males that's interested in going into the field of STEM.
That's what I'm talking about.
So today he has a master's in epidemiology.
Come on now.
He is the only Black male epidemiologist where he works at the Cuyahoga County Board of Health. Yes, and so he's part of like the 1% in the entire world because there's not too many.
Come on now.
So we are gifting other Black males at Bedford High School scholarships that's interested in going into either science, technology, engineering, and medicine. So we're going to start with them, and then we will branch out to other schools as well.
Yep. But the fact that you said that's something that I would even have comprehended to give my kids. But you like said, the legacy right there.
Absolutely. We always think about that when something tragic happens. People create foundations and scholarships and all of that. And I'm like, why do that? No, just let's do this now.
Do this now, right?
Let's do this now. And he's a junior. He's the only boy. So yeah, let's continue this name and you create your own legacy with this.
That's awesome right there. And like I said, I too often we create the foundation, we create the scholarship after the person's gone. Like, look, why? None said you can't do it now. Like, see the fruits of your labor. You know, saying
absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's awesome right there. No,
Thank you.
You guys are doing great things. So no, okay. So we talk about the past, talk about the present, talk about the future. What do you have coming up next? What do you have that you want to accomplish? Because it sounds like, you know what I'm saying, you got a list, you're checking it off. Like, what's coming up next for you?
I am. I will, there's quite a few things I'll be embarking on. You guys eventually see. But I will be launching my own consultant agency.
Come on now.
And so that consultant agency is called I Am Connected 4.0. It connects people to resources and opportunities in business, social life, and in the community. Awesome. So I'm always into exploring new and different things. And like I said before, I get bored pretty quick. But the one thing that we always need is a connect. And so I'm known as the connect.
There we go.
I'm always know someone who needs a connection, a resource.
That's good.
Someone is always asking where to go, what to do. And so with being that connect, this is something that I'll be able to offer people. I've had individuals that contact me and say, can you manage me here and here? So yeah, I will be managing a few people, music, products that they'll be coming out with. Yes. And then I'll also be tapping into the real estate, but in a different perspective. And we'll be talking about, you and I talking about that.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Y'all look out for that. That's what I'm talking about.
So yes, I'll also be dropping some new things too as it relates to apparel. I launched this year.
AKA jumping on.
So this is actually my own jacket. It's the I Am brand. So on the back is the logo. Number 4, I'm big on number 4. That's my favorite number. You know, that means completion. You know, and so I'm big on that. And then the I Am part of it. And then this represents Cleveland.
That's dope. I hope y'all see how y'all looking at that.
Yes.
So kid.
Yes, they can just contact me online and order, and then I'll be dropping some other apparel, the Connect apparel, some more of the Power of I Am, and I Am Power apparel as well.
So we'll have it in the show notes, by the way, guys. So for people who are lazy, don't want to get it. We'll have it in the show notes. You can get one.
Yes, for men and women.
That is dope, by the way. No, I love it. No, that's great stuff right there. Okay, so on the pull up, we have stable questions, right? And we like to ask these questions because I love the answers.
Okay.
So I guess I'm a little biased, but one of the questions you kind of answered, alluded to earlier, but this one I want to ask you because you are the connect. When it comes to our city, unfortunately, has the stigma of us not being a very collaborative city. How do you feel like we can change that narrative?
We can actually change the narrative by showing.
Come on now.
That's the only way that, you know, you're going to do that. Being able to connect with people who are like-minded, who are on the same journey with you.
Yeah.
When you connect with those people, then together we can show them what collaboration is all about. And again, it'll set a trend for itself. And I believe when great people come together and they have that energy and that vibe, you can't do nothing but have people follow.
Come on now.
So I think that's the way that we can change the stigma is by showing up and showing people that it can be done. Leading by example.
No, listen, and then y'all know about the police. That's what we are. We are a platform to show that it can be done, and we are doing it.
Absolutely.
So thank you once again for that great answer. Okay, and then this is, you kind of alluded to it earlier, but I would still like to ask a question because legacy it's a trigger word, but it's also something that we as a community we have to think about in a more enlarged state.
Okay.
So my question to you: what do you want legacy to be for Dr. Nicky Miller, but everything else connected to you? What do you want to be legacy for you as an individual, but also for everything that your businesses and everything connected to you?
So with me, legacy is about family. And so I do want to be known as an individual who changed people. And that's what I do, authentically. It's a part of my purpose is to make people better.
Come on now.
And when it comes to extending the part of legacy, it's building and creating so that way my grandchildren, their children, and generations after me that I won't meet will have something to stand on. They will have a solid foundation that gives them that leg up that some of us probably didn't have because maybe our parents didn't have the resources or the knowledge. So now with the world being so advanced and we have all of this, then there's no other way for me to do it but to set a strong foundation for me to have a powerful legacy for my family.
That's good right there. And I can see it with the oil painting of you in the living room or whatnot.
That's
like
fine.
That was Granny Nicky right there. She did it,
I say glam mom because I'm gonna walk my heels.
There we go. Yes, ma'am.
All day long. I'm gonna stay fly. That's me. So yeah.
There we go. No, that's good stuff right there. Okay, and then this is I feel like the most important because I feel like any great interview, any great podcast, or however you want to look at it, there should be key takeaways someone should take away from this. Okay. I know as a young man, a young lady watches right now saying, I want to be like Dr. Nicky Miller. What are 3 takeaways you feel like someone should take away from your interview tonight?
One thing I would say is be authentically you.
Come on now.
It's only one of you. So do your best to be you. Also stay in prayer.
Come on.
Have a strong faith in God. Make sure that God is your foundation. Because that foundation will see you through the challenges and obstacles that's going to come your way. Understand when you have those challenges and obstacles, it's not about woe is me. It's about God is setting you up for the blessings that you have asked for. But we want
tonight, by the way. Thank you.
But we want to be prepared for the blessings He gives us. We're always asking for something, and then when it show up, sometimes we misuse it. So God put things in your life, people in your life for a reason, for lessons, for wisdom, for opportunities, but again, for preparation. And the third thing I would say is just do it.
Just do it.
Jump out on faith. When that fear comes in, don't let it sit too long in you or you will never do it. And just understand that you do have a purpose. One of my mantras is if your present doesn't make an impact, your absence won't make a difference. So it's about what we're doing today. It's about what we're doing today. The things that we're doing today to make an impact, it's going to make a difference when we leave here.
No, that's real.
And so that again ties into legacy. That ties into purpose.
That's good.
That ties into our name and when we leave here, what we want to be known as. So make an impact and be intentional about the impact you make, the people you connect with, and the things that you do.
I gotta say, was episode 159? We have had a lot of episodes, y'all, but that has got to be the best one we have done thus far. That was awesome, right there.
Thank you.
And I feel like this is the most important one. Where can people reach you if they want to get in contact? They want to consult with you. They want to get in trucking. Where can they get in contact with you?
I am on IG at Dr. Nicky Miller and on Facebook as well as Dr. Nicky Miller. You can get in contact with me. I do respond. And so once you reach out to me, we will definitely connect.
Awesome. And by the way, guys, for all my lazy people, it'll be in the show notes, so no excuse as to why you can't get to her, okay? So, yes. So we did our hard work for you, okay? This has been a great episode. So part 2, we'll have you. Well, I said we gotta have you back.
Okay.
How to do either the premiere? We'll figure it out. But we gotta have you back on. So yes,
definitely for sure.
So no, thank you for it.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, thank you. And by the way, guys, this is a little side note. Y'all think interviews are for y'all, but these interviews are for me. I needed that right there. Thank you, by the way.
Food for the soul, huh?
Yes, it is. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Like I said, we gotta pay some bills, guys. We want to thank you because one, we are just growing. We are at almost 7,000 subscribers, guys.
Oh, wow.
I can't thank you enough because no matter what we drop, y'all are watching it. So we thank you. And I can't thank y'all enough because that lets us know that, one, the value that you guys get from these episodes, to have a great guest like Miss Nikki here, and just having an audience of you guys who see the value in what we're doing. So thank you for that. We can't thank you enough. Lastly, guys, it is coming back. Q1, we are dropping the podcast training. It is coming. If you want to create your podcast, you want to go from idea to conception to actually monetizing your podcast, we will show you, okay? So listen, wait for it to drop. Please do not what they say, don't procrastinate, okay? And we're dropping Q1, so no excuse as to why you can't get tickets, because we're doing around tax time. So we're not trying to get your money, but we are trying to make sure that you use your money that's going to benefit you, okay? Wisely. You know, so yes, make that investment, guys. That'll be dropping soon. And listen, guys, we are booked all the way into February. Okay.
Oh, congratulations.
Now, thank you. So anybody who's trying to get on, just know it's going to be a little wait, but know it's going to be worth it, though. Okay, all right?
It is worth it. It's worth it.
Thank you. See? You hear that? Yes. So, yes, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we're just going to keep rocking. We're going to keep putting out the episodes, and we're going to keep giving you guys great content and great education for those who want to be an entrepreneur, who just started, who've been started, or those who are just about to give up, but then you need to hear words like this, okay? So, listen. We can't thank y'all enough, and we'll see y'all next time. Episode 155. Peace.